Hello and welcome to jobskillshare.org community series. In this video, I am going to talk about projects, which is our new feature. And I just want to give you a little background why we have created this and how this is going to benefit our members. When someone starts an IT job, most of the time you are working on a project. This could be a long-term project or short-term project, or it could be your personal projects. For example, when you go to a bigger companies, you will be working on, let's say, upgrading PCs, and you will be given some tasks. And in that upgrade, you may be doing certain groups, and that's where you will be using some type of tool or something that will be given to you so that you can keep track of it. Now, some people are organized, they want to use tools. Some people are they just believe in Excel file and they can keep that track. But the more you grow in your IT career, you are going to be forced to use some of the IT project management tools. This could be a project management from Microsoft tool, or it could be a planner on Office 365. It could be many other tools, but the concept, just like when we learn about ticketing system or some of these Active Directory skills, they're overall the same anywhere you go. So when we develop the tools, number one, we try to help you so then it can be beneficial for you when you start actually working in a real world environment. So when you're used to this type of skills in jobskillshare.org site and you're using it, then it doesn't matter what type of project management tool you use, you can use these skills and you will be mostly comfortable. And that's kind of for another side of our platform, is that when we do something, we create these features to make sure that you're comfortable with something that is going to be new to you when you actually start working. So this project management tool is very easy. We have created this for many reasons. One is that when we do live training, we want to share a lot of information, and we basically give you in phase 2 a lot of labs and everything. So for us to keep track of things, we give you tasks. So this way we don't have to send you emails again and again, but you're in one place and admins are in one place. So then you are being kind of like more dedicated to finish your project, because there's so many different things, so many skills that you're learning from someone. So it's kind of like makes sense for us to make one place, and then we can share our knowledge and also share any other links and stuff like that. It is really helpful feature. And then the second thing is that you can use it for your own personal career. Let's say you're following something and you want to keep track of it, or maybe you're applying for jobs. Another good example of this would be if you're applying for jobs, you can also use this feature, and I'll show you that in a second right now. So let's say I want to create a project for myself, and I am just starting to apply for jobs. And my first thing is going to be, I finished my courses and everything. Now it's time for me to apply for jobs, and I need some place to actually keep track of where I'm applying. So this is kind of like I'm giving you the example, which is not a full example, but it's just to show you the features. So let's say, for example, I am going to say first job project. I am just going to do that, and I'm just going to click on the plus sign, and you can see the project is created. Now the cool thing about this is that when you click on it, it's right in the same screen, so you don't just go away from it. And here when you click on it, you can just click on, let's say, in progress, or you can create your own label. So let's say, for example, I want to create a label, and let's just call it jobs progress. I'm just making this up right now, and you're going to click enter, and now you have that jobs progress. It's basically right there, but I just created that just to show you an example. I'm going to click on, if you want to delete it, you can delete it, but I'm just going to click on the first one that I just created. Now the invite option is just for you and administrators. A lot of time we use this feature now is that when you have a live training, you will click on invite, and basically what this will do is this will go out and it will kind of like invite the administrators. So they will get a notification, they get into your project, and then you can work with the administrators. And premium members will be able to do this regardless of what they're working on. Of course, it has to be something related to the IT career for us to be able to help you. But here we have a nice editor where you can basically, let's say, for example, if you have a resume like this, which is like a dummy resume, I'm just going to click copy, and you can actually copy the whole content and then paste it here. And you can see, you can maybe refine it after that. You know, you might want to remove some of the things that doesn't look good. So for example, you see how I kind of refine this. And what happened is this, in this case, that we may work with you, or you may be using this on your own, and take a notes, like you can use some highlighter stuff like this. And for example, this is your resume, and then you are applying for jobs now. Of course, we use this, you can use this for a lot of project management type of, like put a date for yourself and everything. But you can use this in other smart ways, that you can say, I applied for my first job on this date, and this is the resume that I sent. Maybe for the second job you sent a little different resume. So what happened is that in reality you get calls, right? You applied to so many areas and so many different type of organizations. Sometimes you forget to who is this that I applied for, and how did the call that I received, how can I go back and see their details. So what happened is that sometimes a company will take out their listing in the job sites, and then you don't have any clue what actually they put on their in the details. Sometimes there's actually a salary price in there too, and they will remove it, because then you want to know, okay, when I applied to this position, the salary was this much, and now I don't see that option. So what happened there? This could be a company thing. So the first, you can just type first job, and then you can go ahead and click on attachment and attach whatever resume that you have sent. And here you can just click on the date that you have applied to, and then that's kind of like you're keeping in your mind that you actually applied to this job at this date. But you can, like I said, this is an example, so maybe you have a totally different way of using this feature. Maybe you have certain tasks that you want to complete, and you can actually put a date in here, and then you click on the plus sign. Now, another cool thing about this is that we are actually refining this. This may be a little demo mode that you're seeing right now, but when you finally see it, you're going to probably see a little bit different view of this. It's going to be a little easier to find out where to click and everything. But on the bottom, you can see there's a comment section. Now, when you invited the admin can actually admin will have the same access, and then they can jump into your project and help you out with things. But if you're using it for yourself, then you can just come and comment that this is the day I applied, or maybe you want to add something. Or let's say, for example, you want to specifically add a comment about first job. Then you can click here, and now you're in the first job section. You can see there's some issues going on right here. We're fixing this, but here you have ability to just use the same attachment, and then you can comment test 1 2 3. I'm going to comment right now, and then you can have some type of memory for yourself to be added to that specific task. This is very powerful, because when you have so many jobs that you have applied, and suddenly they call you, you can quickly click here and then come back and see, okay, this is what it is about. This is the resume that I applied for, and these are the comments that I have for this, and this is what they were offering. And in here, you can also paste, let's say, for example, this is their job requirement. You can come here and actually click on it, and then paste this right here, and then keep a track of what you have applied to. Because if they call you tomorrow, you have this screen in front of you, and you can really answer them pretty nicely. And this is all tactics. I mean, tactics in a good way, that you are kind of like on top of your preparation to apply for jobs, because not a lot of people will do this. And then they will try to remember when they get a call, they will try to pick it up, and then suddenly you're kind of out of words, and that's where your first impression is bad, because you're not able to answer them in a nice, confident way, because you were never ready. Here you're preparing yourself. You have a lot of confidence over here to have some ability like this that we are providing you. And this is one of the key things that we're doing in our platform, which you won't see in other platforms. That's why we think that our platform is not just an education platform where we'll just give you courses and put a content. No, we're actually working a lot on our custom coding to make sure we cover every single area in this platform. So this is just an example to show you that what we're doing here. And you can see you can create as many projects you want to. Definitely you want to keep naming pretty clear for your project, so it's easier for you to kind of go into these and change the labels and everything. But I hope you guys like this feature. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys want to see something different in this feature or any other features, then please tell us in the comment and we'll work on it. Thank you.